guys, how are you? Welcome, bringing you a reading for the collective of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, not date or time specific, but as a general reading. It may not resonate for everyone, so just take what speaks to you, leave the rest. Not a whole lot going on in the cosmos. The moon is about to move into your sign, Taurus, soon, so that may feel very comforting to you. Also, we do have Mars and Venus about to move this weekend. It will happen. They are both gonna jump the broom into Aquarius, hand in hand, right? They are getting out of Capricorn. Hallelujah. I don't know about you, but I'm never happy when shit is hanging out in Capricorn. I'm just not. And I'm an earth sign, so it should be good for me. It has not been good. So moving into Aquarius, we should all be feeling some expansive energy with our inner divine masculine and feminine together in the sign of Aquarius. So that is the thing, and I just felt like I should let you know in case you, like me, have been suffering. Okay, so let me talk to you about your oracle. I used the Shaman's Dream for all three of your cards. We got the Galactic Mushroom, Feast of Plenty, and Stars in the Sky. So what is going on here with Galactic Mushroom is really, let me hold it up so you can see it, the Divine Matrix. So what we're talking about here is the connection between your higher self and the divine. To remind you that your dreams and desires are heard, and so this is a call for faith and trust. There is a whole network going on below the surface. We see the mushroom cap. There is a matrix under there that is insane. If you want to Google that, you can do so. And I think that's what this is trying to tell you, Taurus, because you are very literal, and seeing what you see is all that there is. And this card is telling you, no, 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 there's so much more going on behind the scenes under the surface than you could possibly imagine. So have faith and trust in that process and access it from your higher self. So I love that. Feast of Plenty comes in to say choices and their consequences. I love this because in the morning musing, for those of you who are in the channel membership, there's a link below, or you can click the join button. There's the Two of Swords was sort of the overall energy of the reading. You got options here, Taurus. That's what this card is saying. Feast of Plenty. A feast of options. But whatever you choose, what you're really in for is the experience. So, the Eight of Swords, where you're like, oh my God, and I've got to like game this out in my head, and if A then B, if B then C, then, right, where you're stuck and not moving forward and not Two of Swordsing it, not making a choice because you're overthinking and trying to strategize every little thing, that will not work. Follow your intuition. Follow your intuition. What does your higher self in connection to the divine tell you is the best choice in this moment? And then realize, A, you can always self-correct down the road, but B, what you're in for is the experience. And with that experience comes stars in the sky, limitless possibility. Okay? Limitless possibilities and opportunities will be available to you. So I love this. Feels super, it's almost coming through as a step in an ascension, like maybe even a little bit of timeline jumping, potentially. But first you have to kind of give over, have faith and trust that whatever's going on behind the scenes, your dreams and desires are being heard, and then make a choice. Just choose and go for the ride, because what will come of that, limitless possibility for how it could all unfold. I know it's scary. Go there, Taurus. Just go there. Okay, if you are new to the channel, welcome. I appreciate you for giving me a shot, and for those who are returning, So much love to you. Hey, best way to support my work here and help me get my message out to more people is to subscribe and certainly like and share if you feel so called. All right, here we go, Taurus. I'm sorry I'm laughing. That is not even funny, but there's a riddle here somewhere. Okay, yes. Totally makes sense. Resisting, and there's ego here, and please understand, the devil could just be a Capricorn. Could be. But it doesn't reflect all Capricornian energy. Let me say that. Second, it's not always bad. Sometimes the devil is just our resistance. Hello, resistance. To change, to making the choice and leaping into a next higher timeline. So we kind of cycle back into egoic ways of being and feeling really in our comfort zone where we are. So that is what I'm seeing here at the moment. It could change. Page of Wands underneath. In the past, Judgment. What's crowning you? Hanged Man. Perfect, right? Pull yourself back, take in the big picture, 30,000 foot view, so you can get some darn wish fulfillment coming in later. Message from Spirit, 10 of Pentacles. You're onto something big here, Taurus. Hidden energies, 3 of Wands, the manifestation. Hallelujah. In your hopes and fears, right? Maybe you're afraid to take this leap. And maybe that's why this devil is appearing, and potential outcome, Queen of Wands. So I believe that the Queen of Wands was the anchor card for the morning musing. We're going to go with this 2 of Cups on the bottom. So we know this is about you and your soulmate, twin flame, whatever kind of connection you're in. Because remember, for the morning musing people, I said this is you having your game face on. So that's how it came through in the morning musing. We'll see what it has to say now. What's going on with the devil? What is being resisted here? Five of Cups, 4 of Wands, Knight of Cups. Yeah, whatever happened, and it did happen, it left a mark. I'm going to hold this all up in a minute. It left a mark, and I'm feeling like you're sort of resisting anything that tells you differently. Underneath, we've got this Knight of Cups, and I almost feel, because what's underneath, for those who are new, is what's sort of rolling around in your unconscious awareness or going on behind the scenes. And so I almost feel like you're resisting that kind of cycle you get into with regard to your person returning, the romance returning, their heart on their sleeve, an offer of love, however that Knight of Cups speaks to you, because your experience left you in grief. So, right, we're talking about the twin. There's twin card, and I'm just feeling like the devil is here as nothing more than and crossed by the 7 of Wands is saying, danger, Will Robinson. I'm not laughing for anything other than I feel like what you're getting here is exactly what I saw come up here. Is you got to have faith and you got to trust. And the devil is saying, no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. And the 7 of Wands is saying, don't listen to the devil. It's like you got angel devil going on. So in this case, I feel like there's been some sense of loss, 5 of Cups with this connection. And underneath, we have this Knight of Cups, whether that's your unconscious awareness, hoping for this person's emotional return, their love, their emotional availability, the romance, the butterflies, right? There's something here where you're kind of trying to defend against against it. Almost like intentionally keeping the loss fresh at the surface. I know. I get it. Page of Wands underneath. This is unconscious awareness. Four of Swords. Yeah, I think you're healing from... I was just going to say, I think you're healing from someone you feel played you, like player energy. And then Spirit was like, yep, that's it. So the words were coming out of my mouth. So, Page of Wands, Four of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. You're working through it. This is a healing process you're working through. Maybe not in conscious awareness, maybe totally in your sleep states, through meditation, whatever. It's going on behind the scenes, but we're talking about that little player energy of the Page of Wands. Not always player energy, but in this case, because we have the Five of Cups with the Four of Wands. And, when I'm talking to you, I'm choosing my interpretation, just so you know, based on all the other cards around it. And in this case, the Page of Wands is coming through as someone who was just kind of in it for the minute, not really as evolved, not wanting the same things from the relationship as you thought they did. And it left a mark, for sure. Judgment in the past. Queen of Wands. Wow. Whew. Well, since we have the Queen of Wands here, and since she figured prominently in, when I do a morning musing, which I would do whether I had a channel membership or not, I'm just kind of calling in the energies that I will be reading for later that day, or whenever. And I invoke it, I set my intentions for it, so I believe you are the Queen of Wands. And in the past, you were strong and resilient. You were clear on what you wanted. Offering or being open to offering forgiveness, second chances, even redemption, because this is not easy energy, that Five of Cups, right? Something went totally sideways there. And leaving it up to the divine. Look at this. You got three major arcana and the Queen of Wands. And I'm feeling in the past, there it is. You're like, if it's meant to be, if we're supposed to reunite and we're supposed to have second chances, I'm in it. I'm in it. Very confident, very self-assured, very passionate about it, even, and underneath in your psyche, manifesting it. Knowing you and all the tools. That's what the Queen of Wands, right? She got that little black cat at her feet, and here we got the Magician underneath. There's this energy of, I can call this in. But yet, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So on some level, one part leaving it to divine time, and the other part, manifest. And here we go with the Hanged Man presently. And the Hanged Man, sometimes it's stagnant, delay type energy, and sometimes it's like, wait, I'm going to delay my need for instant gratification. And I'm going to kind of look at the situation from all angles before I take my next step. Yeah, looking for information, Page of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, creating your plan, moving forward with intention, right? Because you don't want to get played. This was also in the morning musing. So, yeah, not wanting to get played, or there might be a breach of trust here because of this Five of Cups. Could be that the Five of Swords situation created the Five of Cups. But the Five of Swords is not, like, it's not my favorite energy. And it usually involves some intent to harm, some malintention. And so that's why you're treading cautiously now. Looking for clues. You might be checking up on this person, trying to see what they're up to, and not taking action. And any action you're taking is very deliberate and very cautious, lest you fall right back into a pattern, right? A karmic pattern with someone who is only playing you. I know. 9 of Cups. Seven of Wands again. Wow. Well, now I'm saying you're the queen, and I feel this is your king showing up. And remember, that's not a gender-based thing. But we have a couple here with a lot of heat, a lot of attraction, a lot of chemistry. And I feel that this king, underneath your experience of them is Page. They show up in king energy, and you're like, yeah, that is not what this is. You're like, right? Do not pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. Okay, so the 9 of Cups with the 7 of Wands, you're resisting that energy of the wish fulfillment. Like, this person can talk a good game. You're just not buying what they're selling going forward. This is in the future. And I'm looking at the Hermit underneath, and I figure like you're pretty much content to continue on a solitary journey here. You're wiser now. The Hermit may just be underneath to tell you you're wiser now, so you're not going to buy the first thing that trips off their tongue. You want to explore that deeper. You're treading cautiously for a reason. It's not that you don't want this person, it's that you don't want the dynamic that has been in play before. And if they are truly a king, by golly, prove it. But unless and until the jury is out, is sort of how it feels, which is why this Feast of Plenty, choices and their consequences, is so powerful for you here. Got it? All right, so let's see what Spirit says. 10 of Pentacles. This is a great reading. I say it's great because I know how much work has been done. I know how hard you have worked, whether you're here as a cross watcher or not. You know, it can all come through reversed. I know you've done a lot of work, and you've been open to whatever's been going on in the cosmos with the past couple lunations, and Mars and Mercury in their retrograde, and both of them hanging out with Pluto. I mean, Venus. I'm sorry, my bad. Venus and Mercury in their retrograde was brutal for many of us because of Pluto. Now they're direct, right? And now Mars and Venus are hanging out with Pluto. And that's been a thing. That's what I'm saying. The two of them moving together into Aquarius and saying, bye-bye, see you later, Pluto. Judgment card is Pluto, by the way. I feel like all this growth has taken place for you, Taurus. It feels really beautiful. Yes, transformation. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Coming through this, richer for the experience. Abundant for the experience, for the transformation, for the releasing, for the letting go, maybe of letting go of attachment to certain outcomes and expectations. Does that make sense? And so here you are going, oh my gosh, like I've got to definitely jam up my ego instincts, and even if the devil represents to you the karmic nature of the connection and not your own ego, that's fine. There's still ego running around in there somewhere. Really feels, oh my God, this reading. Like I'm talking to you and then Spirit sends me the card. Big transformation. And remember where I said limitless possibilities here in this connection? I'm telling you, it's big because you've allowed the transformation to occur. You've given over to it. You've surrendered to it. And so it shall be. 3 of Wands is your manifestation energy, behind the scenes, hidden energies. Who's manifesting what? Ships coming in. Someone's on their way back. If you are already in connection in 3D, then that could just be, you know, passion, exuberance, enthusiasm. If you are in separation, it can signal a return, yes, from the universe. Whenever I pull that Ace of Swords in the middle of a sentence, it's usually a yes, right? Seeing things clearly. Eight of Cups. The Ace of Swords here is giving you information about whatever the Eight of Cups suggests to you. I'm feeling there was a walking away and that there's been this confusion. I feel like I don't feel you walked away. I feel they walked away. That's just what's coming through. It might be reversed for you. And that's what did it. That's what this Five of Cups is about in the Five of Swords. You know, you feel like you were played by someone who just came in and took what, you know, got their needs met to the exclusion of yours. It happens. Whether they meant to or not is not the point. The pain is the pain. And it's not a formal indictment of anybody's character. It happens for a million different reasons. And I feel like what's going on behind the scenes is there's a big epiphany about to hit. It may be coming in outside of your conscious awareness, but something's being manifested here, the clarity of it all. This person returning with a truth to tell about it. Does that make sense? For some of you, that's going to be a big convo. The Fool in your hopes and or fears. Oh my goodness. Yes, you are hoping for reconciliation. I kind of feel like there's stuff you have to say. That Knight of Swords underneath. Not again, the cards underneath are unconscious awareness or something going on behind the scenes. But because it's your hopes and or fears, I feel like you really want to clear the air. You really want to clear things up. And you may have your own truth to tell, but what you're doing here is opening yourself up. That Fool energy, Aquarius, right? That opening up to making peace around this Three of Swords energy, around the heartache, the heartbreak, the disappointment. The Six of Wands is a triumphant homecoming. It is reconciliation, win-win outcomes, making peace with things. Whew, feels so good. And then going forward here for you, Taurus, Queen of Wands. Yeah. New beginnings. Closing out a cycle. Lessons learned. This is Aquarius and Capricorn. Actually, it's a card of Saturn. Lessons learned. Thank you. Next. I love this reading. Yes. And all this happiness available to you. And believe me, you have been through it. You are persevering. It's been a slog, but you come out on the other side totally alive with possibility, with passion, with exuberance, with happiness. Taurus, fabulous, fabulous reading. The Four Cups on the bottom there. You know, a little bit of energy around missed opportunities. I'm just going to say that. It's from the clarifier deck, so it's not speaking too loud. Let's see who showed up. There is a link to the extended, and the extended is going to be all from your person's point of view. So if you are interested to see, now that you've got this coming through for you, what's their side of the story? How do they feel about you? And what are their intentions going forward? That's where you want to go. The link is below. So we'll take a deeper dive. But here's who showed up. Capricorn, Scorpio, Queen of Wands is out twice, Aries, Leo, Sag. Sagittarius and the Wheel of Fortune. That's really a card of Jupiter, FYI. Magician is Mercury and Virgo and Gemini, really a card of Mercury. Hanged Man is Pisces. The King of Wands, Queen of Wands, same fire signs. Hermit is Virgo. Scorpio in the Death card. Sag in the Knight of Wands. Fool is Aquarius. World, I said Aquarius and Capricorn, a card of Saturn, and the Sun is Leo. So Powerful energies here for you, Taurus. Wonderful reading. Great oracle. I look forward to seeing you in the extended. Otherwise, stay well, take care, have a great weekend, and I'll see you in a future reading. Bye for now.